Contractors and subcontractors in Africa have felt the ground shift, but project opportunities are not in short supply in 2016. Exploration acreage is being made available across Africa. Gas utilization projects and power privatization are moving ahead, and a rash of discoveries are being developed and monetized. The low oil price environment has forced companies to adapt so they can thrive. Global oil and gas investments are at a 6-year low of $522 billion in 2016, and it's the first time since 1986 that we have seen 2 consecutive years of reduced investment. In Africa, investment uncertainty means final investment decisions on major projects, such as Shell's Bonga Southwest project in Nigeria, get delayed. Globally, in 2015, 68 major projects accounting for 27 billion barrels of oil equivalent were deferred. Expensive deepwater projects have been hit hard. Low oil prices have reduced E&P activity and availability of capital, and this has squeezed service providers and suppliers. In the process, pressure has increased to break down the major barriers to project execution. Regulatory uncertainty is a perennial factor in delaying projects and holding back activity in many African markets. Nigeria's failure to pass the Petroleum Industry Bill is the most prominent example of this. Over half of investors in Nigeria, Angola, Tanzania, and Kenya cite regulatory uncertainty as an impediment to their business. Poor physical infrastructure and supply chain problems are another impediment to growth. To keep up with the pace of oil and gas discoveries and the needs of its growing markets, the region needs to invest more in pipelines, power plants, roads, and refineries. At Africa's ports, handling costs are 50% higher than in other locations. Roads carry at least 80% of goods and 90% of passengers, but 53% of Africa's roads are unpaved. The cost of addressing Africa's infrastructure deficit, $93 billion annually. In some markets, the infrastructure deficit and low oil price are stimulating new industry developments. The private sector is turning its attention to innovative gas and power projects, and to making operations more efficient and sustainable. Among the headlining megaprojects, final investment decisions that could be made in 2016 include Namibia's Kudu gas-to-power project, the development of Mozambique's Rovuma Basin gas discoveries, and on the Fortuna floating LNG project in Equatorial Guinea, an Africa first. Key to project success will be skills development and human resources management, and local content is a serious consideration for project leaders. Governments have already recognized the importance of bridging the skills gap, with local content laws and provisions passed in Nigeria in 2010, Sierra Leone in 2012, Ghana in 2013, Gabon and Equatorial Guinea in 2014, and Tanzania in 2015. We've seen an unprecedented increase in activity from born-in-Africa companies in recent years. These firms, working in E&P, engineering and power, are adapting, thriving, and expanding to take on energy projects across Africa.